Hi, my name is Heather Wurtele, and I'm here with my cat Mana, who decided she needs to sit on my lap for this, to talk a little bit about my nutrition strategy for the 2011 Ironman St. George, which I was happy enough to win on Saturday. I defended my title there, winning again from last year, and it's my third Ironman win. And one of the real keys to my success is having my nutrition totally dialed for the race. I was really fortunate to start working with First Endurance Nutrition last year, and since then my racing nutrition is always a boost to my performance. It's never a hindrance. I'm never worried about getting stomach issues if I hydrate properly and follow my nutrition plan, and I know that I'm going to be fueled throughout and the race is going to go well. It's pretty simple. It's pretty similar to last year. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So I know what works and I just stick with it. But I'll give you a little rundown of what I did in the morning before the race and during the race. Actually, this year, because it was so hot and it was, projecting temperatures into the 90s on race day, I was very diligent about following a salt loading protocol the day before, and we did a video on this previously, so you can see it on the First Endurance website as well. So yeah, the day before the race I had a bunch of Ultragen, EFS throughout the day. I also had a couple V8 juices because they have a lot of sodium in, had some salt tablets, and was really conscious of hydrating really well throughout the day so that come race day, when it's hot and I'm sweating a ton, I'm going to have good electrolyte reserves in my system, and that definitely worked out for me on Saturday. So race morning, actually through the night on before the race, you know how you never sleep very well and get up a million times to go to the bathroom, etc., because you've been hydrating so well. I have a bottle of Ultragen that I mix up and I just sort of leave on the kitchen table in the camper and sip on that every time I get up because I'm inevitably just feeling like I want something to drink. So I would do that sort of through the night, and then in the morning I'd have a bowl of gluten-free cereal with banana and agave nectar. I had coffee, and I had Ultragen. I also made another bottle of this that I sipped on the athlete shuttle to take out to Sand Hollow, because it was a 2 separate transition race, so we had to take a shuttle out, so it was nice to just have my Ultragen to sip on while I was on the bus, thinking about the race on the way out there. Then, you're doing all your bike prep and transition, and I just had water. So about 20 minutes before the swim start, I had a sip of liquid shot, just followed by water. Then I was good to go for the start of the race. Coming into T1, in my bag that they hand you, I had 2 liquid shot flasks that I just put in the rear pockets of my triathlon jersey. And inside a little bento box on the frame of my bike, I had a bar and some salt tabs. Then what was on my bike was I had an aero drink with EFS in, 2 scoops, and 2 cages on the frame of my bike, also with EFS 2 scoops, so about 200 calories per bottle. I really like having EFS, and so even if there's a bit more weight on my bike because I'm having so many bottles, it really makes a difference to me to be able to have EFS drink. I don't like the on-course liquid. It doesn't make my stomach feel too good, so I'm really happy to have First Endurance EFS and then water and liquid shot basically for the rest. So the reason why I chose to do the 2 flasks in my jersey pocket was I had tried having a full water bottle full of liquid shot, because you can get these awesome refill containers of it, and they have the nice wild berry now and the vanilla, so I can mix up flavors, which I like. But I found when I had the liquid shot in a regular bottle, I just wasn't inclined to take as much of it in, and for some reason I just like it better in the little ones, so I did it that way. I also had another bottle of EFS drink in a special needs bag on the ride, and another flask of liquid shot. I actually didn't end up grabbing the flask of liquid shot, but I was okay with the 2 that I had throughout the ride, and then getting banana on course and getting the rest of my calories from liquid from EFS. So that's what I did throughout the ride. Basically took in about 400 calories an hour, taking bites of bar, sipping on EFS drink and liquid shot, and just staying hydrated with water for the rest. I find what a lot of athletes, where they make a mistake, is they drink too much concentrated sugary stuff. So sport drink, gel, without sort of diluting the liquid to a proper solution, concentration around 7%, and so then they end up with stomach issues. So for me, it's really key to have these calorie and electrolyte sources, but to also just drink straight up water to keep your hydration and to keep the solution in your stomach in a digestible concentration. So that's really key for me. Right, so coming into T2, I had a run belt with 2 flasks of EFS in it, but it was so hot that it was like drinking boiled water. It was really disgusting. It was so hot. So I had this belt with this weight of liquid on that I wasn't going to drink, and so I just actually chucked it at the first aid station. But at first I was like, oh, I need those electrolytes. I want to have that liquid, but I kind of knew, no, I have liquid shot and water at aid stations. And because it was so hot, I had extra salt tabs, and I knew that I would be fine throughout the course of the race with just that stuff. So let's get the cat out of the picture again here. Yeah, so what I did at every aid station, I drank the full cup of at least 2 cups of water, sponges on my head. Every other aid station, I took a salt pill, and then throughout, as I needed, I just sipped on liquid shot. So I just ran holding one of these in my hand, sipping on it throughout. I also had another one of these in a special needs bag on the run. And in addition to that, what I did is I just had like a cheapy throwaway plastic bottle in the special needs on the run filled with, so I have frozen this overnight. So it was frozen EFS drink. And in the special needs on the run, I grabbed this, and it was awesome because you kind of grab it before the run turnaround. So I just ran with this in my hand and just really downed this whole thing of EFS. Because it's kind of hard to get enough water out of just the little cups. So I had this so I could really drink for a while. So I had that for maybe about a half a mile, just drinking this, and then I checked the bottle at an aid station. And so that was a really good sort of hydration boost midway through the race. And then the rest of the race, I just sipped on liquid shot and had water and salt at about every other aid station. And it was a super hot day. A lot of people had real problems with the heat, but I managed to do great. I had no problems with my stomach, and I actually peed myself a couple times, as we all know it happens in Ironman. So yeah, so that was good. I knew I was hydrated, and when I went to drug testing at the end too, I was able to pee in the cup right away, and that for me is a sign that I know I hydrated well throughout the race. Yeah, no porta potty stops, nothing like that. So really solid day nutritionally. And that's one of the best things about First Endurance. They have the whole system of products. They work together super well. And so I know nothing's going to go wrong on race day with my nutrition, that I stick to my plan and it's going to help my performance. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, race morning, like every morning, I also had my Optogen HP and my multivitamins. So that's just, having these in the morning is like breathing. I just do it all the time. Really critical, I think, to helping modulate stress, the Optogen HP that comes with just the hard levels of training that we're doing. Not to mention just the anxiety before the race leading up, are you going to win? Are you going to defend your title again? I'm like, need my Optogen HP to modulate the cortisol. So, yeah, hopefully this helped. I really recommend, if you've been struggling with GI issues in your Ironman racing and feel like your nutrition is the sort of last piece of the puzzle that is not coming together to help you race, try First Endurance. It's absolutely worth it. Best nutrition products out there by far.